If there are no available offices, reject the appeal. Everything's clear so far in theory. Well, now let's see how much theory differs from practice. So let's start with the basic, the forms. Your task for today is to process 5 visitors. You'll get reputation points from meeting your quota. Reputation? I'd rather have money. Even in our ministry, reputation is much more valuable than money. Anyone can steal or find money, but reputation has to be earned. Without it, you can forget about promotions, rewards, and your whole career. If you don't have enough influence in the ministry, your colleagues won't even talk to you. Talk about family. Working here is grueling. If I may ask, do you have a family? Of course I do. I have a wife, 2 children, a dog, and a Class D apartment like everyone else. And you? My wife and daughter. They join me a little later. Ask about his dog. They say it's not easy to get a dog those days. It's not. It's so difficult. It just takes a while. You have to submit all 7 types of application, pass a medical examination, go through psychological and narcotics screening, provide excerpts from your bank statements, and a register of tenants, as well as an employment certificate and copies all your paper from your passport to the title deed for okay and the neighbor consent. Nothing special. Experience obviously can go with it. Now this dog makes me kind of happy. Let's ask about this apartment. Class D. Almost so. Officially worked more than 5 years, get a place in the line for Class D housing. We were one of the waiting lists for many years before we awarded ours. It's like a fairy tale. We have our own bathroom. Ask about his wife. Does your wife mind you're working so much? I'm doing an important job, and Rose knows that. All good citizens owe a debt to society, and it trumps everything else. Sometimes she's puzzled how my debts seems to have gotten so large, but that's just a nice little joke of hers. Ask about these children. How many children you have? 2. Astrid is my pride and joy. She already know all of last year's directives by her at the age of 5. Adam is 2 years older. Are you proud of your son? The thing is that he is special. What happened? Spiriligus is the ordinary black mold. Class J houses are full of it. It's very difficult to get rid of it, and spending too much time around meningitis is not the best thing for a 3-year-old child. That's terrible. Not really. We gotten used to it. Anyways, he's our son and we love him. Sometimes he even recognize it. Back. So we talk about this family a lot. Let's talk about work. Ask about colleagues. Who will I be working with? These people are nice when they need you. Do them a couple of favors, smile, chat during the breaks. I do not recommend trusting them or sharing any secrets. You might have. I've seen how many denunciations there are in the internal control department. I love statistics and numbers, and even I couldn't figure out how many of them there were. Tons of papers for purchasing. Ask about his work. How long have you been working here? I spent exactly 3 years and 12 days receiving visitors on this very spot. Then I was promoted to floor inspector because I could recite all the rules, meant not too shabby, huh? I was a useless achiever. It was a useless achiever, but still, I just have to work another 2 years, 5 months, and 8 days, and then I will be moved to the floor 17, the control and supervision department. How do you like it here? It's nice. I'm helping people solve their problems, and I'm taking care of them. Even though they don't thank me, I knew I'm doing a good job. Ask about father. Yeah, I was familiar with Redgrave Senior. Isn't it strange that such a respected person at the very top would die to talk to peons like me? Why didn't you talk with your father? A reply. I feel like I can reply honestly with this guy. It's my first day. What could go wrong? But my mother died many years ago. He withdrew, buried himself in his works, and sent me to the most remote university in the country. That must have been tough. The most awful thing that was that he didn't even try to find out the cause of her death. Like she meant nothing to him. I'm sorry to hear that, Eva. But maybe you just don't know the whole story. What is that now? There's no way to know. Ask about the reputation and visitors. Ask about visitors. What are all these people? The visitors, they're just people. Not like you and me. Of course we work for the ministry and these are ordinary people with ordinary problems. When we can't solve them, okay. They might cry, swear, laugh and even threaten you. They can be unpleasant, rude, mean, cruel. But you must remember that they came here for help. And your job is to help them, I understand. No, your job is to process their request correctly. As for help, that depends on the case. Okay, that's really important. It's about reputation. How can I earn a reputation? You get it from meeting new appeal processing quota. Don't let me down. Okay, we good. Let's go do our job. Welcome to the Patriot Terminal. 2 hours, 5 farms. I came to complain about the management of Foundry number 2. The equipment is always breaking down, and nobody even considered lowering production rates while it's being repaired. It's a complaint. A foundry. Maybe let's try labor. Today is Monday. We have office 78. 154. It's available. Next. I want to make a statement. My mother-in-law still cotton candy at work and bring it home. Denunciation. I don't know. It's always labor, I think. Uh, 212 on Monday it's open. So it was ordered. I work at the Radiology Institute. I'd like to inform you that Professor Majida spent her day working with radioactive materials. And then just goes on without anybody stopping her. So it's an information. Science. 78. I messed up again. It was a denunciation. I want to change my job. That's a request. Why? Oh, there's a dialogue. Lately, a lot of companies have taken to giving workers their products instead of paychecks. And while it's an honor to work with... Okay, there wasn't anything that said that there is a thing after this. They should fix this. It's an honor to work for our great motherlands at the sea and something. Okay. Can be reassigned to the soap factory. Or you can select it like that. I'm gonna do labor again. I need to understand. Well, hello there. I've been the prime donna at the theater for the past 40 years. I played the best parts you might know me from. I have a lot to do. Can you cut the okay. Director of the City Military Theater put on a new play called Love for War. He made all the actors dress up and sell their stuff. And then he stood to attention right in front of them. What do you mean? Exactly, you mean. Yes. I know, right? These amateurs are nothing when it comes to art. And that pathetic fool didn't even give me an uniform. I demand that you restore the status quo. Everyone must know the real prima donna is. Maybe it's a complaint? Social game? 301. It was the other one and the cup. It was a denunciation. Angela Daddies, we ever come up here a way of running 5 machines instead of just one. She ended up with a bunch of free time and used it to read at work. What's the problem? She won't tell me how she did it. I want to read at work. To do something. It's a request because she wanna read at work. Order maybe. It's a request to labor. It's always labor. I don't know. I never get this right. Someone has graffitied the walls of our building. The guilty party must be executed again. Those very walls. Have they fooled our bright leader name or defamed our worst sex? You must I want to present the ministry with my schematical formula for transforming gold into lead. It's a request. Science. 390. It was an information. Our maternity hospital, its management won't let nurses go to solidarity and loyalty rallies just because our patient in labor get left unattended. I think that's the reason they can always pump more kids out of, but attending rallies, it's a real true patriot duty. I don't know if it's an information. Didn't request anything. Did they complain? It could be a regular complaint with patriotism. 154. We did it! I'm a technical consultant